is modeling and equation solving. So we are going to look at numerical models, which is where we're going to start. We're going to look at algebraic models, and we're going to look at graphical models, okay, and just all what the model looks like, how we use it to solve a problem, answer a question. And then we've got some equations at the end of the chapter that we'll talk about ways to solve, some of which involve using the calculator, okay? So, a definition, mathematical model, a mathematical structure that approximates phenomena for the purpose of studying or predicting behavior. So that's what we're looking at, okay? We're looking at basically data and how we can use it. Now we're going to start with numerical model, the most basic kind of mathematical model in which numbers are analyzed to gain insights into phenomena. Okay, numerical model, it's a table, right? It's a table of numbers. So it's a table of data that you can look at to answer the questions. Okay, so let's look at this table. Table 1.1 shows the growth of the federal minimum hourly wage, which they refer to as MHW, from 1955 to 2015. The table also shows the minimum hourly wage adjusted to the purchasing power of 2015 dollars. Answer the following questions concerning the data. So, in what 5-year period did the actual minimum hourly wage increase the most?
Between 2005 and 2010.
Oh, yeah, that's a lot. That's a lot of peso.
Did you say it's a lot of peso? No, it just started. Yeah, I like it. It just struck me as it just caught me off guard. Okay, making sure I agree with my own answer here. What are you concurring with?
That was 5 cents.
Okay.
$1.15 or $1.10. $2.10. $2.10.
I was like,
Come
what?
on, man. That's where you got to see.
Okay, so from 2005 to 2010, the minimum wage raised. There was a jump from $5.15 to $7.25. So the 5-year period here is from 2005 to 2010. Okay. B. In what year did a worker earning the minimum hourly wage enjoy the greatest purchasing power?
1970. Yeah. Right?
Yeah.
Maybe.
So, like, would higher the number be better or lower the number be better? What is purchasing power?
Well, in this question, they're just asking the greatest purchasing power.
Oh, okay.
So the greatest purchasing power is in 1970, because the greatest purchasing power there was $9.74. Okay. I don't remember if I looked it up when I first started teaching this or not. Purchasing power, I think, and I don't know if this is exactly right, but I think of it as how much can you get for your money type thing. Like, what's a dollar worth type. Well, not, that sounds wrong to say what's a dollar worth, but, you know, like, compared to everything else, like, how much would you get for your dollar type thing. Okay. I don't know if that's exactly a best way to explain it, but. Okay, C. A worker on minimum wage in 1980 was earning nearly twice as much as a worker on minimum wage in 1970. And yet there was a great pressure to raise the minimum wage.
There's less inflation.
Why? Yeah.
Inflation.
If you look at 1980 and 1970 here. Okay, give myself little marks there. So from 1970 to 1980, what happened? My minimum wage went from $1.60 to $2.10 to $3.10, yes. So minimum wage is going up, that's good. But what's happening with purchasing power? It's going down, right? So you're getting less for your money, is the idea there. Okay, so thus, the pressure to raise the minimum wage more is because we're losing, you know, in a way you're losing money. You're not gaining that money. So I have written on mine, purchasing power was decreasing even though the minimum hourly wage increased. Purchasing power was decreasing even though the minimum hourly wage increased. Okay. That's a very basic numerical model, yes? You looked at a table of values, you answered some questions. Okay? When you're ready, we're going to look at example 2, which is a little bit more in terms of looking at the data. Not quite so obvious. And we are going to learn some new tricks on the calculator as we go through this lesson. So, okay. With example 2, we got a new data table. Table 1.2 shows the fluctuation in the number of commissioned officers on active duty for several years from 1965 through 2015. Is the proportion of female officers increasing over time? So look at your question here. Is the proportion of female officers increasing over time?
Yes. No.
Yes. It's like a yes.
Yes. I feel like it is and it isn't because
Yeah.
It goes up and it goes down and it goes up.
It's like a roller coaster ride. It
But
goes
the-
up and down.
Is there a trick besides eyeball?
but
Yes,
the
we're
male
going to do more than just
population-
eyeballing this one.
The male population goes down and the female goes up.
So the proportion does rise because the males.
So yeah,
Okay, so notice, okay, let me clarify. We are not just asking, did the amount of female officers increase, correct? I mean, I can look at my list, did the amount of female officers increase?
yeah.
Yes, but that's not the question, right?
It's saying like the ratio of boys to girls, right?
Kind of, except if we're looking at proportion of female, that's going to be female compared to what?
Oh, total.
So technically to the total.
Oh,
Okay. Technically, if you're looking at the proportion of female or proportion of something, it's the amount of that number compared to the total. Okay. So we're going to look at that proportion. Now, how do we find those proportions if we want to compare the values?
Do we do something with adding the
No.
divide them.
Divide what?
Would you take,
Females.
would you take like 102 divided
Okay.
by 4 or something?
Females over total. Now, this is where we're going to learn a new trick on the calculator. So we are going to look at the females over the total. Or in other words, that would be females divided by the total, yes? Okay. Now, with that in mind, we have, I don't know, at least 10 data values, yes? Now, in all honesty, quickest at this point would probably be to punch them all into the calculator. However, I'm going to show you a trick that allows you to put them into list in your calculator. So we're going to learn how to use the list function, these calculators, where you can put the data in, and then it will automatically still, like you can just work with the data, if that makes sense. Okay? So, with that in mind, I did not prepare very well because I forgot to have my screen ready to go here.
Always gotta be prepared.
Well, it's a quick and easy changeover, but
Because I just, yeah.
okay. Everyone have a calculator in front of them. Woo. What we're going to do is we're going to put the females in a list, and we're going to put the total numbers in a list. If we had a question that involved the males, we could also put the males in a list. but I don't have a question that involves the males. So I'm not going to type extra numbers. So there's a couple different ways you can get here. What I like to use is I like to use the stat button right here. So if you would, find the stat button and click the stat button, and it brings up a screen that looks like such. Now, when I get to this screen, what I like to do is I like to go, into edit. So I'm going to go ahead and hit enter. And this particular calculator has a bunch of numbers in it already. Yours may be blank. That's probably preferred at this point, okay? Now, if your calculator has numbers in it, okay, hear me carefully here. We do not, so you can delete individual numbers or you can clear a column, but you do not want to delete a column. That may make no sense, but I promise. Don't make me have to figure out how I put L1 back on your calculator because I can never remember. So I can just do, delete each entry like that. That's just me hitting delete. Or, if I want to save time, if I go up into L2, now I do not want to delete L2, but I can clear the list. So if I go into L2 and I hit clear enter, it'll allow me to clear the list. And I can do the same thing over in L1. I can clear the list. Okay? Now, if you do accidentally delete a column, it is fixable.
I got it.
It just takes me a while to remember how. Okay. Now, let's put our numbers in. You can do this either way. I'm going to make my females, I'm going to put them in L1. I'm going to put the totals into L2. They don't have to be in those columns. Pick whatever columns you want to put them in. But that's what I'm going to do. Okay?
Got the column ready. Do and twist. Good. Did you get it right?
Yeah.
Jump right. Hawaiian theme. Get some Hawaiian music.
You got dance to it.
Yes. Oh, did you do it? No.
Okay. I will say one thing I always like to do. Did my columns end up the same length?
Yes.
And the advantage of knowing that my columns ended up the same length is that I entered at least the same amount of numbers in both columns, right? So right now, in my L1 column, I opted to put all the females. Not saying that's where they had to go, but I'm not going to write those numbers because they're there. In the L2 column, I put my totals. Again, I don't need to write them out. I want you guys to see that. Now, do we have our values entered? Almost? Okay, you're fine. Because the next thing we're going to do is we're going to find the proportion. And we're going to enter what we want the calculator to do once. And it's going to magically do it for everything in both in the columns. Okay? So, how did we say we wanted to find the proportion? Females divided by total. Which would mean what in this case?
4 divided by L2.
I'm not talking numbers.
L1 divided by L2.
L1 divided by L2. So over in L3, we're going to go up into that L3 heading, and what we're going to type is we're going to type L1 divided by L2. And I guess now that I think about it, it's not exactly that division sign, is it? It's a division bar. So, okay. First of all, don't just go to the top box where I am. You want to be up in the heading for L3. Do you see where I'm at, where I'm in the heading? I'm not just in an empty box. And what we're going to do is we're going to find L1 and L2, which, do you see them in blue down above the 1 and 2 buttons?
Mhm.
And if they're in blue, that means they are second functions, correct? So I'm going to do second L1. So notice it says equals L1 divided by second L2. And as long as I'm in the L3 heading column, when I hit enter, L3 is going to magically fill in.
Well, that was a lot of numbers. Just like,
I said magically, didn't I? You know.
oh, wait a minute. What is it?
Now. Do your numbers and my numbers agree?
No, I did so wrong.
Or did I do something wrong?
I put them up the total and then divided by the.
I'm redoing it to make sure.
I say I'm going to make sure.
102 divided by 4, I got 25.5. Not 0.0.
I
You
get
did 102 divided by 4 then, not 4
Yeah,
divided by 102.
So,
That's what it.
and it could be, okay, so here's the deal. My females were in L1, my totals were in L2. So
Oh.
I needed to do L1 divided by L2. Now, if yours were saying L2 and L3, maybe you need to do L2 divided by L3.
I did L1 divided by L2.
And you need to do L2 divided by L1?
Yeah.
Okay, and so it all depends on how you entered your numbers, right?
Oopsie daisy.
I get the error.
Invalid dimension.
Oh, Palace, those chili dogs. Those chili dogs are good before too.
Is that where you're going today?
I don't know, it's that or Pizza Hut.
Yeah.
We are
I'm
not
so
going
hungry.
to pizza.
Yeah, bro.
Before a game? You guys are insane.
Louise, if you guys are going to Pizza Hut, I'm not.
That's right. I'll drag you in there.
You are
That's what I
great.
heard from Louise's brother.
We can just DoorDash food very fast. Like, when the game's over.
Oh, I must not have posted 7 there.
But I
That's
really don't think that he doesn't think it out. I really don't think that's
Okay, that's
a
only
problem.
if we win.
Wait, let me.
If we're winning,
Never mind, I'm not no
Yeah, if they're losing, you have to cancel DoorDash. Go celebrate afterwards. Everybody has to go home more than once.
Brody
I
has
won't
to
be
starve.
I won't even be that mad if it actually loses. It's just
I hate losing. I'm gonna be mad.
typically we can't do that.
I want to come.
I don't want to lose.
Why
against
don't you
her.
come?
Actually, normally they get number 5.
Okay, so
I mean,
then
you should be fine. Just make sure you have some
Second.
Hawaiian thing.
L1 divided by
Want to
second
Hawaiian.
L2.
I wouldn't be going home.
It keeps
Oh,
doing
well,
this.
then,
I go to this game tonight. I'm not going
Thomas is
home.
awesome.
Well, let's cheer loud.
Exactly how she did it up there.
I have a laptop. So that's
You okay?
Yeah, okay,
fine.
that's
Don't
What?
watch you filter yourself.
No, I never filter myself. I'm an
Trust me, I
unfiltered.
know you never filter yourself. We all know.
We were there. We were gonna sit there at McDonald's.
Or BK.
Okay.
What?
I
Never
don't
mind.
see.
BK. We're gonna do BK.
What? I don't understand.
Burger King.
So no, go to Clubhouse, because then I can go. Because I don't get out of Coke collection.
Okay.
Just
So
give him $20. Be like, hey,
homes are the same way.
They, yeah, I'm one of his favorites. I'm like 3 weeks ahead of everyone else. I'm so serious. Because everyone else kind of like takes their time. Yesterday, I was supposed to do one a day. I did 7 yesterday.
Holy.
Yeah, I know. I'm so far ahead of everyone else.
So you're up here in L3, right? Were
7
you in the heading?
welds for my
Yeah.
welding class.
You just ask me.
who came up with the theme of
What
home?
does this have to do with stuff?
Who did make
Probably Bella.
Probably Jack. The cheer block is like
Well,
surrounding
Bella's the
Bella.
one that's in charge of the cheer block and Paige on
We get stuff up.
We all just-
It probably it is.
No, we're black, it's a funeral, we're gonna lose.
Oh my gosh, I suggested that we were.
Oh wow, you
Wait.
suggested to wear black because you thought we were gonna lose.
No! Oh my gosh, let me talk.
I can't figure out
When
what's
we
going on.
were having like an actual varsity schedule, I suggested that we had blackout as a thing. And Bella was like, no, I'm gonna get permission from Steel for that because it's racist.
People get upset at it.
Pure blood.
Because people can use like that eye black and like.
They call it black
I don't know.
Casey. They put like.
I've never run.
I know what they call it.
Use it
It's
against
people
all.
being a snowflake is what that is. Sorry, that came
Go
out
bro,
supposed to.
go
Am I doing something to do with
Wait,
it?
that's
Yeah.
the go.
Just do it white out.
I don't know
Go
what-
white out.
There it
Or-
is.
or-
So the other way did not fix it.
Yeah,
I don't know how
or-
to
or
even
we're not
type the
white.
number in wrong
That whole
that.
list thing.
Yeah, I know. She
We
had
supposed
she
to
had it
do
as
this.
blue and gold at first.
Actually, you know what? Yeah, just go for it.
What did you do?
I did exactly what she did and they gave me that message. Okay, what's that? Yeah, I'll let you guys see if you can get it to work. In a second.
I don't know. Braden's has stumped me.
What is it? What does this say?
Here,
Mine's something to do with that.
Right.
Okay, bro.
Okay.
Is your break
Well,
working
I
today?
work on.
I've been hitting it too many times.
Because mine gave me a message too, but it's a different one than that.
We got it, Thomas.
You got what?
Yeah.
How?
We
Why
hit
won't you
second
step there for
L1 divided by.
Yeah, that's what I did.
Did you do it in the top column?
Yes.
And L3?
Yes.
Oh, I gotta teach my dad.
I did- I did-
Sebastian
Just
some
what I-
Hawaiian
I did
stuff.
second L1 divided by
Try
second
that.
L.
See,
I should tell my dad to do
Yeah.
about Sebastian some Hawaiian food.
because I really at this point think I don't think it's something we're doing. I think it's a calculator.
He always shows up. He shows
I-
up. The games always happen on when the.
Okay. What was Thomas's issue?
I don't know.
They
They
don't
typed
even
it
know.
wrong. I didn't type it wrong.
Did you eat?
They got it now, but I put it exactly L1 divided by L2.
Give him a nice chain, you know. Sebastian, like a chain.
Type it in there and let's make sure.
Okay.
It's not
Second.
good.
L1 divided by
No, this should matter. but
second
it's-
Wait, what?
L2.
Yeah, so I don't know.
No way. I
There was
did exactly
something-
what I did before.
Yeah.
How does it go from this? And with,
That's why.
Okay.
it goes from this to this.
The rest of you are good.
Yes.
Addie, you were good?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know what's going on with calculator number 7. I got nothing here. That's a problem for another day at this point because
Right.
Oh, look at that.
did it work fine?
It works fine.
Okay, so it's a calculator, which is
Nothing you did.
well, I mean, I totally deleted everything and retried it, and I couldn't get to work on that
Really?
calculator either. So
It's just your.
yeah, I don't know. We will. I'll deal with that issue later. Okay.
Me.
Now, so L3 was L1 divided by L2. And I normally go through and just kind of write the numbers down. Now, well, just the result is what I write down. Now, I only have mine to 3 decimal places, which means, you know, it's like I have on the first one 0.039. I have 0.042. And I'm just putting this 0.056, 0.082, 0.106, 0.132, 0.151, 0.152, 0.159, 0.177, 0.190. And I write that there just for when you go back and look at it later and you're trying to figure out, okay, why did I answer the way I answered? Well, there's the data that the calculator provided us, yes. Now, in all reality, especially like with Braden's issue, would it have just been better to just, or easier to just divide all of these by, you know, individually? Yes, but the nice part about this is you have all the data in one nice neat table. Okay? You wouldn't necessarily have to write it down, but you can. Okay? With that in mind, okay, we have a question to answer. Is the proportion of female officers increasing over time?
Yes. Yes.
Yes, right? Okay, now, and one thing I didn't do, these came up as decimals because of how we set them to be, yes?
Yeah.
Could we have made them percents?
Yep.
Yeah. You could have even made your table be in percents by just saying you wanted to take L1 divided by L2 and multiply that quantity by 100. Okay. So yes, realizing that, for instance, 0.039 is the same as saying 3.9%. I'm not going to write them all out, but you get the idea. So, is the proportion increasing? Yes, we can clearly say that. And I just have as shown in L3. I didn't write in any other fancy explanation. It's just yes, as shown in L3. Okay. Yes.
So like on a test, if we're doing like one of those, and we just say yes, that's true. L3 would. Is that just
Well, did you write down what your L3 numbers were?
okay? We got it.
I mean, you know. I mean, the proof is I wrote down what I got in L3, and that kind of shows it. Okay. Now, I don't know how many people saw me do this earlier because I didn't say it out loud, but I know some of you saw me because I saw some of you write it down. Do you need to write yourself a note about how did we get here?
Yep.
Okay. Is that what you're doing, Addie?
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Because I didn't put it in the notes there.
What is the second and then stat button do? Because it has list above it. So
that's a different way to get in the list.
okay.
It's just not my preferred way. I'm not saying you can't go there. I don't honestly remember.
Okay.
But it's just a different way to get in there. Because, yeah, if you go into second list, you can go into the list. You can go into the list that way, too. So, okay. So, the key thing to remember, you go into the stat button and the edit button, right?
Yes.
Okay. Stat, well, not edit button, and then into the edit menu is the easiest way to get there. Okay. What else do I need to answer on this problem?
I think we should be done.
Okay. Now, those were some examples of numerical models. The next part we're going to talk about is an algebraic model. Okay. Now, algebraic model based on algebra. So based on there's some type of equation that guides the problem. Okay. Mathematical model that uses formulas to relate variable quantities associated with the phenomena being studied. It can then generate numerical values of unknown quantities by relating them to known quantities. I don't know if we have I only have one example here. It's a very basic one, and we may have to talk about it tomorrow if we don't get through it, but take a peek at it. The pizzeria sells a rectangular 18 by 24 inch pizza for the same price as its large round pizza with a 24 inch diameter. If both pizzas are of the same thickness, which option gives you more pizza for the money? Sorry, you're hungry, and here we go at it again with food, but
Area.
he says area.
Times height.
Okay. Now, and in this case, he said area. He didn't say when we add in the times height, that would be now making it volume. Do we have to talk volume in this one?
No.
No, because what did they throw in?
It's the same.
Same thickness, right? So with that in mind, we can just talk area. And so what do we know?
Times width for the rectangle.
Okay, the rectangle's the easy one. So we know a rectangle is length times width. 18 by 24, which is?
432.
And that officially would be 432
Or square inches.
square feet of pizza? Oh, wow.
A lot of people.
That's a lot of pizza. Okay, what else do we have?
24 diameter. 24. Yeah. Right.
So we have the round pizza.
So it's the
How do we do area of our round pizza?
I kind of
2 pi r. Something. Pi r squared. Pi r squared.
Area of a circle is pi r squared. 2 pi r is circumference. So that'd be like perimeter of a circle. So, pi times, what's the radius? 12. Pi times 12 times 12?
Pi times
Where's the pi button on these
144?
calculators?
Oh, it would be 144 pi.
You're like,
Here's
but
your-
for the exponent, it's the second function.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm like, it's a second of something on the right. What is it? Yeah.
Would it be 144 pi?
Can you compare that to 432 for
it's
me?
about 452.38.
In other words, normally I like 144 pi, but
I don't know if we kept going.
we need to be able to say which one here. So
452.
452.16 inches squared. Where's your better pizza?
Round pizza.
Round.
Emily wants the round pizza because she is hungry and she wants as much pizza as she can get. Okay, we'll talk graphical tomorrow. You can look at the first few problems in homework, but as I said, I don't even think we're going to get through the notes tomorrow because tomorrow we'll take some time having to learn the graphing aspects. So.
Oh,
Calculate.
yeah.